What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Mr. Lux, aka the Merry Gamer, aka the Below Average Gamer. Let me get right into it. Today's video is about a topic that I'm not too fond of even doing a video on, but it has affected me, so I have to speak on it and hopefully get this issue resolved through Activision support or Treyarch, David Vonderhaar, whoever. Alright, so you guys know that have played Black Ops 2. In my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, Call of Duty to date. I think they made a lot of improvements in the game. I think it's going in the right direction. It's fun to play. But it's not without its fair share of issues. From the connections to the anti-cheating software, coding, algorithm, whatever you want to call it, that they have in the game. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's great that they're trying to combat people who cheat, boost, play the game in a dishonest fashion to get ahead. But in doing so, they have also affected a lot of people who have played the game honestly and legitimately, and we've been affected. I'll give you case in point number one. Last week, or maybe the week before last, and I'm sure this happened to many of you, there was an issue with the detection where if you were playing a game online and the person who was hosting the game quit, dashboarded, or whatever the case, and you got the message that it said that you lost connection to the host, then all of a sudden when you finish that game or when you try to go back into online multiplayer, you got a nice little pop-up message saying that you've been put on probation. And it was probably either for a minute or 30 seconds, but you know, it was like, why am I on probation? What did I even do? And you're sitting there trying to think, did I do something wrong? All I did was play the game. So this happened to a lot of people, and it happened to me twice throughout that week. You can come to find out that it was an issue with something on the server side with Activision, or I'm sorry, with Treyarch software, or whoever is in charge of the cheating software, the detection and all that stuff. So they fixed that. They did a hot fix. They got that taken care of. All right, great, super. You know, hopefully that doesn't go against those penalties. Don't go against me in the future that can cause me to get banned. But I'm glad you fixed it. Fast forward to yesterday. I spent all weekend, mostly Friday night and some of Saturday, taking advantage of double XP, ranking up, getting to level 55, unlocking nearly all the weapons except for the shield because I really didn't care about unlocking that yet. Unlocked all the perks, unlocked all the lethals and tacticals that I wanted, and I still had like 2 or 3 tokens remaining. And I was going to stay at level 55 for a while just so I can play with all those different setups and see what works best for me. So, fast forward to yesterday. This is where issue number 2 comes into play. Usually before I go online, I always kind of get myself warmed up and my reflexes right, and I go and do I go to local, and I do a lot of combat training. And you guys know from looking at my Below Average Gamer channel, there's a lot of videos from me doing combat training just to kind of so you can see my progression in the game, and hopefully I get better. So I went to combat training, went to setup game, changed the map. I had it on meltdown, went to game mode, and I put the game mode on kill confirm. Everything was fine up until that point. Here's where the issue came in, which is why I believe is why I'm doing this video. I went to set up bots because you have to set how many bots you want in the game and the difficulty of those bots. Went to set up bots. When I hit A, it did not go to this screen. What happened? The game froze. It froze, then it tried to move. It froze, then it tried to move. It was like it was stuck in a weird loop that it would not allow the game to run. And all I had was the background, that little honeycomb design you see on the right of the screen, and the version of we're playing the game, which is right now is 23.40.16 up at the top right. Actually, I think it was 435 at the time, I think. But anyway, all of that was the number. The version number was flickering. The background was not moving, and you could kind of hear the music that was playing in the background. It would play, pause, and that's what the whole screen was doing. I tried to hit B, tried to hit start, tried any button that would try to get out of this, and nothing worked. So I just said, well, let me just go ahead and hit my Xbox guide button and pull up the guide. Now you see right now the guide came up pretty quick, how I normally would. Well, when the game was doing this little pause run thing yesterday, the guide was stuttering as it was trying to come up. I could see it coming up in sections, like every other second it would come up a little bit more, a little bit more. So the game was actually just affecting my entire Xbox. When it finally came up, I hit Y to go back to the home, and it finally took. I had to keep tapping it because when the game was froze, I guess it wasn't recognizing any commands. I had to wait till it moved for that brief second, so I kept pressing Y till it caught. Went back to the dashboard, came back in, tried to start all over again, and the game did the exact same thing again. Went back to the dashboard, and I said, forget it. I'll just cut the Xbox off. I'll go downstairs, look at a little TV, watch some football, and just play again later on. Came back up later in the day, and decided to skip local combat training altogether. I went straight to Xbox Live, and this is where I got a message saying that my stats have been reset. And I'm thinking to myself, why in the world are my stats being reset? I didn't choose to do this. Why is it being reset? And no sooner than I really thought that, my mind reflected back to what happened a couple weeks ago regarding the probation stuff with the software affecting people that were playing the game honestly. And I had a feeling that because the game was like freezing like it was, and I went to the dashboard, somehow it may have sent the wrong message back saying that I was doing something wrong. But I mean, if the game is freezing and you can't do anything, what other recourse do you have? I mean, what can you do? So it said my stats have been reset. Now I want to go through this part really quick because I want Activision support to see this video and to resolve the issue that I'm having, and I'm sure thousands of other gamers that are having as well that were affected unjustly. So it says my stats have been reset. So if you go to barracks and you go to combat record, if my stats are being reset, why do I still have kills, I have wins, and I have a KD ratio? And I have no problem showing you guys this information because I'm not one of those people that tries to protect this KD, or, you know, I live to play the game and have perfect scores. No. Here, my stats are still there. I mean, everything from the game modes, a lot of the stats are still accurate, but here's where it gets strange, and this is why I know that this is a glitch on Activision / Treyarch's part, where I've been wrongfully sent this message that have saying my stats have been reset, which I've lost a lot of things on my setups. Look at this. Now it says the #1 weapon I've used is the S12 shotgun, which I've unlocked this shotgun, but I have yet to use it. But look at the kills. 84 million kills. 84,215,048 kills. Come on, ridiculous. With a 0.00% accuracy. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, that right there in itself should show you that how dishonest this is, or how crazy that something is glitched under my profile. Look at the equipment. Concussion grenade, used 41 times, but I've got over 13,000 stunned and killed. That's not right. That's not right. Grenade, used 21 times, 1 kill. You know that's wrong. I mean, I've got plenty of kills with grenades, especially playing on Nuketown for the majority of double XP. What else we got here? Look, it says I haven't even used a smoke grenade, but yet I got over 14,000 captures undercover. Come on, I've used a grenade. I use it a lot in playing objective game modes. I mean, look at this. Flashbang. I don't even think I've used a flashbang yet, but yet it shows I have 1,000 kills. I mean, it's really weird. And I went on Twitter, and I see a lot of people are having the same thing. Look, UAV. The easiest score streak to get says I've only used it twice. That is a complete lie. But if I used it twice, I got 11,000 assists. Come on, Activision. This is not right. And, you know, I understand that things happen in games, but I definitely think that I'm showing you proof that something is weird going on. And it all stems from when the game started freezing on me yesterday, and I went back to the dashboard because there was nothing else I could do. And somehow, between that, I believe it has pretty much sent you the guys the message that it identified me as somebody who was not playing the game the right way. I had to reset up all my classes. I had to rename them because they all went back to Custom 1, Custom 2. I've lost all the perks and that's what really gets me upset, is I lost all the perks that I unlocked. I unlocked every perk. In my lethals, I unlocked the Simtex, the Bouncing Betty, and the Claymore, and also the yeah, I think that's all I unlocked there. On the tacticals, I had the Smoke Grenade, the Shock Charge, the EMP, and the Black Hat. And look, if my stats have been reset, I still have my weapon level progress, and I still have all the weapons unlocked except for my shotguns, which I had all those unlocked. Still got my LMGs. I have most of my sniper rifles unlocked except for this one, which I did unlock. I didn't unlock the assault shield, so nothing's changed there, and I have all the submachine guns. So you know, obviously with this information that you can see right before you, I know Activision wanted me to see if I had a video that showed when it happened. I wasn't recording then, of course, but hopefully this is enough information and data for you to see that something odd has happened and for you to correct that. You know, as you can see, I'm on Xbox. My gamer tag is Lux21. You know, Activision support, please resolve my issue. I appreciate it. It's your boy, Mr. Lux.